refuge with Allah from the accursed Satan. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Nigerian women, Nigerian men, my dear compatriots, it has already been 2 years since we have been resolutely committed, all together, with resilience and faith in the future, on the path to the full and complete sovereignty of our country, and for the happiness of all. My dear compatriots, this is certainly a path full of obstacles with difficult consequences, both for Nigerians as individuals and for our country as a political community, organized indeed since the 26th of July 2023, and our patriotic commitment to take our destiny into our own hands. The reactionary neo-colonial system that kept Niger under tutelage, which we have overthrown, has not stopped unleashing itself against our country and against its people. Thus, after failing to impose a total blockade on our country and then attempting to wage open war against us, through ECOWAS, the coalition forces opposed to our emancipation, both political and economic, have decided, learning from their failures, to reorganize in order to achieve their objectives by other means, by combining in a devious manner spectacular terrorist operations, subversive economic actions, internal political manipulations, as well as information warfare and attempts to discredit our institutions and political authorities. The results they achieve are often spectacularly significant. No, not because they give a strategic advantage to the forces opposed to our country, or because they constitute a genuine political project alternative to ours, but simply because, due to the immediacy of their effects and their violence, they negatively impact our daily lives, both individually and collectively. They benefit from significant media and diplomatic coverage on an international scale. They sow doubt, that's certain, among us, and they divide us. They respond to our legitimate but pressing individual expectations, as well as our impatience for real change. They sometimes make us lose sight of what we have, of what we have achieved together and our noble common goals. They sometimes make us lose sight of what is essential and prevent us from envisioning the future, which nevertheless promises to be bright for Niger and the Confederation, AES as a whole. My dear compatriots, this is to say that I am fully aware of the complexity of the situation we are facing, the difficulties that stand before us, as well as the state of mind of many of our compatriots. I also know the sacrifices we have made so that Niger may live as well as our legitimate expectation, a life that must necessarily be better for Nigerians. This is undoubtedly the moment to pay a heartfelt tribute to our defense and security forces for all the sacrifices they have made and their professionalism, to our great people for their resilience and commitment, and to all our friends for their valuable support. My dear compatriots, it must therefore be acknowledged that we objectively need an organization suited to our context in order to carry out our political project and achieve meaningful results for each of us individually and for our country as a whole. Indeed, no political project on a national scale has ever been accomplished in haste or within a short period of time. This is especially true in the case of Niger, particularly considering our unique political history, the challenges related to the exploitation of our natural resources, and the adversity we face, an unprecedented adversity that we are facing today. That is why we are united, equipped with a charter for renewal within an inclusive and consensual framework. The National Conference on Renewal, held in Niamey from the 15th of February to 2025. The Charter of the 26th of March 2025 not only laid the foundations for Niger's full and complete sovereignty, both politically and economically, by allowing us to reclaim our country and its vast natural resources, and by defining the values that should guide our nation, our society, but also to organize our public authorities and grant our government a reasonable period to rebuild our republic. We are also taking all necessary measures to gradually establish our institutions, such as the State Court, inaugurated on the 16th of November 2023, and the Court of Auditors, whose members were sworn in on the 1st of July 2025, and the Consultative Council for Renewal, which held its first session from the 28th of June to the 12th of July of the same year. This is also the opportunity to once again congratulate all those who contributed to the successful outcome of this process and to encourage them to continue serving Niger and the people of Niger. My dear compatriots, as we can see, this is a difficult path that we are paving with courage and determination for the future. But above all, it is the only path that aligns with our legitimate aspirations for freedom, sovereignty, and assured development in the future. It therefore stands before us as a rational, historical, and principled choice. Indeed, let there be no misunderstanding. We truly have a choice to make between two guiding principles, fundamentally different ones. The first guiding principle is that of chaos, programmed in the medium term for our Sahelian region, and our submission to the forces we know in the long term and in a definitive way, all of this in passivity and carelessness. This is the choice to continue doing politics as in the past. The kind of politics that consists of subjecting our country to the will of France, turning Niger into a military base for projecting foreign forces, and abandoning the exploitation of our own resources to a few foreign powers that maintain corrupt and patronage-based relationships with some of our compatriots. The second path is that of refusing submission and to keep going the same politics that in 65 years of granted independence has produced nothing but corruption, insecurity, and poverty. It is the choice of dignity with honor and for the future. The policy of defending, without hesitation or complacency, the interests of Niger. It consists in submitting Niger only to the will of the Nigerian people, in reclaiming our country for ourselves, and in having the courage to embark on a new path, breaking away from what we have experienced until very recently. My dear compatriots, this choice to take the difficult path that is now ours, we have made it together and in unity, with full responsibility and a clear awareness of the stakes and challenges that await us. Indeed, since I have had the great honor of presiding over the destiny of our beloved country, I have always tried, in my various addresses, to present with transparency the exact situation, the situation in which our country finds itself, by clearly identifying the threats, the actions of the various players, the stakes and the challenges. I have thus warned Nigerians of all the difficulties we are facing, in all their complexity, so that we can better prepare ourselves for the struggle ahead. A difficult but victorious struggle that we will have to wage over time. I have raised awareness among Nigerians about the vast disinformation campaign against our country, with the aim of dividing us, discrediting our institutions, and breaking our momentum. It is in this context that all the media pressure is taking place, which consists of exaggerating things, amplifying anything perceived as a governance issue, and discrediting any initiative from my government. My dear compatriots, for my part, I believe that whatever difficulties we are facing today and will face in the future, they are necessarily part of the circumstances of exercising state power and remain tied to our current political and strategic choices. They therefore cannot divert us from our oath before Allah and our commitment to the Nigerian people to act only in good faith for and in the interest of Niger, nor can it take away from the merit of the Nigerian people, who have sovereignly and definitively decided to break with all forms of domination and to truly commit themselves to the path of endogenous development for their country. Thank you. Moreover, drawing on our history spanning several millennia, our unwavering resilience, our active solidarity, our work ethic, our reclaimed natural resources, our sacred unity, and our shared aspirations, I remain convinced that we possess within ourselves and in our country the determination and ingenuity to overcome these challenges victoriously. My dear compatriots, speaking of work, this is the moment to encourage all Nigerians, regardless of their field of activity, to truly get back to work, because it is the only way to lift ourselves out of poverty and develop our country. Also, at this point in my speech, I would like to pay a well-deserved tribute to all the stakeholders, farmers, entrepreneurs, and administrations who, with courage and tangible results, are carrying forward the Great Irrigation Program. Indeed, thanks to their combined efforts and those of the rural world in general, for the first time in Niger, we have not experienced a situation, say period 2. According to information received through reliable channels in the sector, food products are indeed widely available throughout the entire national territory and at affordable prices. This is clear proof that well-done work always bears good fruit, and that we are capable of achieving our food sovereignty within a reasonable time frame. Our food sovereignty, I would also like to pay tribute to all those who have mobilized for the Solidarity Fund for the safeguarding of the homeland. This fund has enabled our country to achieve significant accomplishment. This is also further proof that together and in solidarity, we are capable of achieving great things as well. I encourage all Nigerians to persevere in this direction for the good of our country. Nigerian women, Nigerian men, my dear compatriots, as I come to the end of my speech, I would like to reassure Nigerians that despite the difficult circumstances we are going through and the fierce adversity we are facing, our country is indeed on the right path of dignity, sovereignty, and the fight for a better future for all. No difficulty, no trial, no current or future obstacle should weaken our commitment to Niger or hinder us. The realization of our great common project is at stake. It is about the survival and the future of our country. I therefore invite you to show even greater commitment and dedication so that together in unity and solidarity we can succeed. This is our share of historical responsibility. As for the rest, I invite all Nigerians to intensify their prayers and supplications so that Allah continues to protect our country, grants us a good rainy season, and grants us success in all our projects for Niger and our AES Confederation. It is, moreover, with the conviction of the importance of our prayers in achieving this project and taking into account given the difficult current context, I have instructed the government to limit the commemorative activities for the 2nd anniversary of the accession of the National Council for the Safeguard of the Homeland to power, to sessions of reading the Holy Quran and prayers throughout the entire national territory, so that he may continue to bestow his mercy upon our country, grant us a fruitful rainy season and success in all our projects, both individual and collective projects, inshallah. Long life Niger, long life the Confederation of Sahel States. Thank